So I was always interested in environmental studies. A passionate environmentalist as an early teen. Was environment captain at school and ran around dressed up as Captain Planet and such. So it was just that base interest in earth sciences and in environmental studies. And then when I tried to look at how to apply that to a career, I did look at science. It certainly interested me, but research, I think I was a bit pigeonholed at that point. I thought that science equaled research and research only, which is certainly not the case. I work with a lot of scientists now, but I saw engineering as being a bit more practical. So being able to study earth sciences and then apply natural systems to fixing man-made problems, I suppose, which is what I do now. I do investigation of contaminated sites.
So I wasn't really too sure. So I kind of went with what I was good at. And that was, for me, it was maths and physics from high school. Directly linked me to the SAMI school, so manufacturing, automotive, aerospace. And kind of looked at the subjects that involved there, and I thought, you know what, I like the sound of that, I'll give it a go. And if it doesn't work out for me, I'll swap after 1 year, because they're so closely linked, those 4 courses. I thought I'll see if it's a fit for me.
So for me, it was mainly focused in Year 12. So, you know, there was a few months counting down to the end of the year. I had to make a decision. So I'm like, okay, I'll have a look at all these different open days. And first off, didn't really know much about engineering, but I actually came to RMIT Open Day. And that was a real turning point for me. I was able to speak to a number of different students and really look at their projects that they were able to create. And I've always been interested in, especially robotics and electronics, being able to build something and particularly programming where you can come up with an idea and then actually actualise it, make something. And seeing all these different projects that they created from scratch by their own hand really engaged me and made me kind of want to look into that as a potential career and a course. Mm-hmm. And so particularly with RMIT, because they had that strong focus on actually creating these projects and doing things in a really practical manner. You know, I really wanted to be part of that and look to that for my future.
For me, I liked the flexibility of being in the city. Another thing that drew me to RMIT was the project-based learning, which, to be honest, was really challenging and extremely frustrating at times, but helped me to no end in the job that I'm in now. So a lot of the engineers at my company come from RMIT, and part of the reason that they started to employ more people from RMIT was that they were just that slight bit better in general at working in groups.
Initially being put into that really practically focused right from the get-go, even in first year we were already building our own circuit boards and things like that, really gave you that edge, especially in terms of industry and giving you things to talk about in interviews. Like, you know, in my first year I was able to create this project by myself. I was able to deliver it, it worked well, and then from there build on and specialise in different projects in third and fourth year. And particularly in our fourth year, we get to do an individual project. It's a year-long subject, and at the end, you get to select whatever you want, whatever links with your interests, or even potentially an industry project. And then at the end, you have a solid thing to demonstrate at interviews. And yeah, it gives you a huge benefit.